The Sigma male is a breed of man that has been misunderstood for years. He is the man who doesn't fit into the traditional roles that society has set out for him. He is often seen as a lone wolf or an outcast, just because he doesn't conform to what is considered normal. But just because he doesn't follow the crowd doesn't mean he is a bad person. In fact, the Sigma male is often the smartest man in the room. He is the one who can think outside the box, and people often come to him for advice. The alpha male always fears the Sigma's potential and is always careful not to take his position. But what the alpha man doesn't know is that Sigma is not interested in taking his position. The Sigma male is content with being in the background and letting the alpha male take all the glory. He is often mistaken for being shy, when in reality he is just comfortable being in his own company. The Sigma man is the type of man that women want and men want to be. He has a magnetic personality and an aura of confidence that is hard to ignore. While he may not be the life of the party, he is always the one people remember. He may not fit into traditional gender roles, but he is still a valuable member of society. Here are 5 reasons why the Sigma male is the most misunderstood male of the modern era. 1. People are not used to such a rare personality. A unique personality can be both a blessing and a curse. On the one hand, it means that people don't understand you and frequently misinterpret your intentions. On the other hand, it indicates that you are different and special, which is something few individuals can claim to have. Their distinctive personality is what makes them unique, and it's what sets them apart from everyone else. People may not always understand them, but that's okay because they aren't interested in pleasing everyone. They are their own person and want to do things their own way. They are proud of their uniqueness and aren't afraid to be different. Others may try to imitate them, but they will never be able to duplicate their personality. At the same time, many people envy them due to their uniqueness. Women are frequently drawn to their unique personality, which intrigues and romanticizes them. Men are often scared of them, yet they can't help but notice their presence. Many young Sigmas feel like misfits since they don't have many friends who understand them. This might be tough, but remaining true to yourself is critical. 2. He is a lone wolf, but not a loner. One of the most common misconceptions about Sigma males is that they are loners. This couldn't be further from the truth. While they enjoy spending time alone, they are not antisocial or reclusive. The Sigma man is not the type of person who craves social interaction. He is perfectly content being on his own and having a small circle of true friends. He doesn't need to be around people all the time and would rather spend his time alone to recharge or with a few close friends. This lone wolf mentality is often misunderstood by others who think he is just antisocial or even arrogant. He is just independent and prefers to do what makes him happy. He doesn't need the approval of others to feel good about himself. The Sigma male is perfectly comfortable in his own skin and doesn't feel the need to put on a show for others. He is confident in who he is and knows he doesn't have to prove anything to anyone. This can be refreshing for people who have been around too many alpha males. While this can often be misinterpreted as arrogance, it's really just a sign of independence. Being a lone wolf doesn't mean that Sigma is a hermit who never leaves his house. He is just as social as anyone else, but he prefers to spend his time with people he feels comfortable around. He doesn't need a lot of people in his life to feel fulfilled, which is something many can't say. Sigmas hate small talk and would rather have deep conversations about things that interest them. This can make them seem standoffish at first, but people who take the time to get to know them quickly realize that they are some of the most interesting and engaging people around. They are fed up with the modern world's superficiality, but decide to engage with it on their own terms. 3. He is a true enigma, but not to himself. It's not easy to figure out a Sigma male. They are really hard to read and often come across as being unapproachable. They are not the type of person who will tell you everything about themselves, making them seem mysterious and even aloof. This makes women want to know more about them, and men feel intimidated by them. This enigma quality has a dual purpose. On one hand, it keeps people from getting too close to them and allows them to maintain a sense of privacy. On the other hand, it makes them intriguing and gives people something to wonder about. People are often drawn to things they can't understand, and the Sigma male is the epitome of this. Sigmas are often seen as being unemotional or even cold. This isn't necessarily the case, but they definitely don't wear their heart on their sleeve. They would rather keep their emotions to themselves and only share them with people they trust. They are also mistaken for being arrogant when they are just reserved. They are not the type who will toot their own horn or brag about their accomplishments like alpha males often do. They would rather let their actions speak for themselves. The Sigma man is a true enigma, and that is part of what makes them so appealing. They are the perfect blend of confidence and mystery, which can be irresistible to some people. 4. He is content with being in the background. The Sigma is not interested in being in the spotlight. He prefers to stay in the background and let others take the credit. He is not the type of person to seek out attention or crave the limelight. This can often be misinterpreted as shyness or, in some cases, superiority. He is comfortable being in his own company and doesn't feel the need to be the center of attention. Staying in the background also allows him to observe others and gain a better understanding of them. He can see things that others may not, which gives him an advantage in many situations. We often see this type of behavior in successful entrepreneurs and business leaders. They are able to see the big picture and make decisions accordingly. While others rush into things, the Sigma male takes his time and thinks things through. He doesn't like to rush into things and prefers to take a more systematic approach. This can often be misunderstood as being unresponsive or even lazy, but he is just cautious and wants to ensure all the bases are covered before moving forward. 5. He has his own unique mentality. Sigma males are very logical individuals and think outside the box. They don't simply take things at face value. They like to analyze things from every possible angle. This may make them appear rigid or unyielding, but they're just looking at things differently. They are not afraid to think for themselves and don't rely on others for their opinions. They have their own unique way of looking at things, which can confuse others who don't think the same way. They are not afraid to challenge the status quo and always look for ways to improve upon things.